Okay, Film Friday is back here for an English version. I'm going to take one because I had people from other countries. I want to do. I have a segment in this program called Blunders in Film, and I'm going to take this last one, the part 9, and I start with the Dallas Buyers Club. In that movie, there turns up a Lamborghini Aventador. Uh, and that particularly model didn't come out until 2011, and the film is uh, playing out in 1985. So typical miss there. And the second film is Clueless with Alicia Silverstone, and when Cher, her character, is doing her driver's test, she drives into another car with a Jeep and destroys her side mirror. But in the next scene, the side mirror is back like nothing happened. So, yeah, they've done quite a lot of those mistakes in the films. And then we have Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. There is a scene where Ace, played by Jim Carrey, is holding up and holding with his hands and stuffed animal's head, and before him there is a chessboard with a chess the chess figures on them. But in the next scene, all the chess pieces are gone, and just the chess table is still there. And then you have Captain America Winter Soldier, when a memory plaque on the wall, it says that Bucky Barnes was born 1916, but in the end of the plaque it says that he was born 1917 to 1944. So yeah, mistake there. And in the hunt for the Raiders of a Lost Ark with Harrison Ford, he's in a fight with a snake, but you can see the glass, the reflection of a snake. So Harrison Ford didn't have anything to worry about in that scene. Then we have Edge of Tomorrow from 2014 with Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise. When Rita sees marching out from the hangar with a sword sticking up from her left shoulder, but when she's seen from behind, the sword has shifted to the right. So, yeah. And in Braveheart has a couple of mistakes in that film. But in many scenes of Braveheart, the Scottish men go around in kilts. But unfortunately, William Wallace lived during the 13th century, and the kilts didn't start being used in Scotland until the 16th century. So 300 years, big miss there. And The Untouchables, the absolutely wonderful film Untouchable with Sean Connery, Andy Garcia, and several other actors. But there's a scene there where they're in a warehouse and there are crates in the background that has the Canadian maple leaf symbol on it. But this particular maple leaf symbol wasn't produced until designed until 1965, and the film plays out in 1935. So it's a gap with 30 years that it hasn't been around. So yeah, big mistake again. And then we have Titanic, in a scene where Jack says he and his father used to go ice fishing on the Lake Wissota. Couldn't be possible, because Jack and Titanic sink to the bottom of the ocean in 1912 with the big iceberg cuts through the ship. But the funny thing is that Lake Wissota wasn't formed until a construction for a dam was constructed in 1917. So it wouldn't be logic that, because Jack wasn't even alive at that time. So Also a big mistake. And then again, we have Indiana Jones and the Final Crusade. Indiana Jones hurries to Berlin to ensure himself that the Nazis hasn't burned his daddy's book. But the film is played out in 1938, and yeah, by that time the Nazis had quite seized the power and destroyed every book that they didn't want to be left, and burnt them. So the burnings of the books was done 5 years before this. So yeah. And there you have it. There's the blunders in film, and if you want me to do more of these blunders of films, like I 8 more I've done before, I will lay them out for you if you comment on this. And if you want to hear also this in English, please tell me. Or is there any other video you want to see here in English? I will fix it, because if it can give me more subscribers, more feedback for my movies, absolutely. Because I'm soon gonna start filming. I can show you this one also if you didn't see my camera now. I'm gonna start going out and interview people, what they think about film, which their favorite film is, kind of category of film, and different sort of questions. So there's gonna come more information, I promise you. So take care now, and please subscribe, like and comment, and Filmfredagen is out for now.